Diego's the immortal VP.
Naku, lakad mo tatang, lakad mo tatang!
Normally.
I don't know. We'll see how well it plays out. I'm just kind of excited to see the Invoker because it's been banned out more than a couple of...
It's just a matter if anybody scouts it out, but that's where Gardic gonna get stunned up by Kataro, needs the body blocks, and okay. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Decrepping himself's a little bit awkward there, but he's trying. Did a little bit of dancing.
Again, unfortunately, you're not going to see that roar come out all too fast. You're not going to see the super high level Beastmaster coming out here as actually top Vitaly taken out. The shards from El Misho seemed a little bit off the mark as well, but as we usually see with the carries that he ended up nabbing.
And Vitaly kind of took a little bit of a gamble there, trying to get aggressive himself with the point in the gush. Meant he didn't have the Kraken Shell to reduce that damage, and now El Misho get taken down as well. Kachu is in there with the stun, only level 1, but it does the job, and hopefully underneath, not Hokori, excuse me, Osmium Vision. So they know all about it. They'll probably deward it at some point. Right now, though, they are looking for the play onto Vitaly. Not an easy play, especially since that Kraken Shell actually comes through at the perfect time, just as the Chaos Bolt connected, so Vitaly's not really stunned up in the slightest. El Misho has now returned, and Taro's got to back himself away, but look at Analog, TP's in, gets the swashbuckle, had the range, finds the kill, and now they're going to body block on the Ogre, and Cat, you should not be getting away from this. Double kill for Analog. Very nicely timed rotate, let's say. So, a bad play, or actually, okay. El Misho's going to get his lane back because Analog is TPing top. That's Kataro all by himself, and I mean, there's just no way. He can't get out of this. He's not even going to get off a Chaos Bolt initially. He will finally throw one down, but it won't matter. Analog just rolls back in and finds the kill. Sebas was able to find some sort of play on a Gardic there in the jungle, so they don't come... Even with those deaths being taken into account, he's still pretty high up there net worth-wise, so... Not nearly as bad as it could be for the CK. The deaths are rough, but should be able to recover nicely. However, Hokori, they're still looking to go on the offensive here. They've caught out Draken. Slayton does not have reload just yet, so... Well, now is a time where you wish maybe you could have gone without using that roar in the middle lane, because he doesn't have it to defend himself. And Slayton has no TP here, actually, so they're just going to keep on chasing onto him. He tethered over to the Dom-helmed creep, but it's not enough separation. And Analog's able to pick up a question that Osmium would rather not have to ask, but may come down to it. This is going to be a big one if they can find it. They get the relocate coming in as well, but there's a defensive snowball. He's going to try and reset the fight. Analog will get away with the swashbuckle. He still has that rolling thunder to throw out here, and he is going to go for it. No, he's not. Kataro's able to pull him in, stuns him up, and Analog can't get it off in time. Big kill for Osmium. And they might...
Again, it's also where, unfortunately, losing their mid tower so early, they don't really get that structure. But Analog, he's burned.
And he's dead. Oh, maybe not. Hold on. He's able to get away. Does the burn? Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Sebas will get it with the urn there, so I thought maybe Cat, you would steal it, but urn beats burn in that scenario. But while all that happened, Sebas was able to take down the tower, so the objective does still go their way, and now they're going to go in for a second attempt at these kills. El Misho will be the target. Snowball buys him some time, but don't know if he's getting out of this one. Walrus Punch can't really create the separation. Kataro gets the kill, and Osmium are really just shoving their faces.
On one core, though, either Yuma makes a breakaway for the lanes, or it's Analog who's successfully able to do it. El Misho, though, that is such a fast grab by Kataro there. Incredibly well done. No time to react with the snowball. And in showing their hand there, they're going to get these two lanes out. Someone's going to be able to break away towards top, but lose as well. Because any time you're forced to go to that bottom side of the map, it's so ugly because that just pulls you away from the Roche. But yeah,
Sebas
Yuma
found him.
Oh no, no BKB.
Is coming
There's nothing
in.
you can do.
And it gets burned away. Soul Ring is not really going to help, even if he popped it, which he won't. And that's a little backbreaking now, because Hokori can't really make any moves now without Yuma. They just don't have the damage for it. So, oh, hold up. Had you?
Yeah.
Old TP.
Oh, no.
Nice Kraken Shell there to buy some time, but the Tornado will still hit, and they are still directly on top of this Tidehunter, and Vitaly's going to get taken down. This is... And this is brutal. I mean, in the draft, we were sort of talking about how, on paper, Hokori could have the means to stay on the offensive even when the Ravage is down. At this point, Hokori...
No,
Hokori are just looking for a chance to use the Ravage at all. As Gardic just tries to hide in the trees, he will be taken down. And
Sean, but it's not a very long Roche either. And a Roche where you give the Ag Shard over to the CK, Qatar continues to accelerate. He's got an AC now. Katara's
Oh,
pretending to be an illusion, you know, all that good stuff. And it works.
well, that's just kind of the stage.
For free Roche and smoke up from Hokori, but again, it's a very fast Roche timer, so this comes a little bit too fast, and I feel like we're just going to see all these heroes run away. They might take Cat-Yu, but they need to take him and then run. It's not time to stay around.
And they're going to try to get themselves out. Draken, he blinked his way forward.
Oh,
That buys
no.
Kataro time. They're directly in onto Analog. Vitaly, though, does still pull the trigger on the Ravage. That should allow them to get the kill onto the Beastmaster, but they're going to need a lot more than that. And at this point, it's not really about winning this fight anymore. They just need to run. They need to try and get as far away from this as they can, but Yuma is going to get run down. There's the first life going away as the reincarnation will bring him back up, but right back into the middle of those enemy heroes, and they will clean him up. So, well,
Onto the last tower here. Depending on how this roll really affects the Osmium side here, could just see the Megas come out here, but here we go.
go. Blinks onto the back line. Tusk blinks forward as well. They're trying to give this a go, and there is some nice damage coming out initially. Maybe they can get the IO. Yeah, Sladen will fall, but Elmisho has to die as well, and this is not going fantastically now. The Roar will be deployed. Analog's in some trouble, tries to get back into his own base, but he doesn't have any spells anymore, so they'll simply clean him up. Yuma dropping as well, and that really should be the end of it. Gardic is going to try to get back to the fountain, and maybe he makes it, but they don't really have a fight anymore, as the Tidehunter's now the one in trouble. Vitaly trying to just stand in the corner, but he's not dead yet. Elmisho buys back, gets back in. Yuma will do the same. They're just really looking to force this, and they found a kill on the Cat-Yu, but they still haven't dealt with Kataro. The Chaos Knight goes right back in. He'll find the second kill onto the Tusk. And while that happened, yeah, they will finally get in onto that last lane of racks. They've got the Megas, and that will be it. The GG is called. Hokori will call it quits here in Game 1, and Osmium, oh, very nicely done in this first game. They come out just sort of firing on all cylinders, and you got to roll the dice, I suppose, if you're Hokori. You didn't really have, say, too many better or more traditional options to work with on the back end of your draft.
He's just getting absolutely nothing, though.
This could be it. X into Torrent, into the Arrow. Analog is not level 6, so he is not getting away from this one just yet, and I think they've got it. Yes, they do. Sebas connecting with the extra damage from the Tidebringer, and there's your first blood. So Chaos Bolt down onto Elmisho. May not actually need the arrow for the Elmisho kill. Yeah, I think Sladen can just sort of get it. Just running him down with the leaps, as Cottle tried for a play there onto those creeps, but can't pull the aggro in time.
Yep, and this top lane is really a disaster for Hokori. Shouldn't give a mistake up here to Sebas.
Garda's going to stick around just in case. Gotta love that, and actually, I'd say just in case, they're going to look for a play here. Battery Assault, didn't quite connect the way that they wanted. Meanwhile, further up the river, Vitaly is in some serious danger here. He is getting run down. Kataro needs one more hit. He's not the one to get it.
Simply it cannot, because the Sand King would just be a free kill. It's also where the rotation of Cat-Yu here. They can't afford to leave Kataro alone because of how good a lane he has had. It's where, really, you're going to feel that pressure everywhere. And Gardic, well, and the arrow.
Okay, yeah, arrow comes in. Cat-Yu trying to bide his time, actually waiting to see if Yuma comes in. This is the bait play. They would love for the Morphling to just push into a Hex, but Yuma will not take the bait, and Gardic get this clockwork on him because he'll deny himself. But no offense to Gardic, but who cares? Well, now he might be in trouble a second time. If you can allow Gardic to deny himself to set up the Yuma kill, you take that every time, and then afterward...
Mid-tier 1 could really take a lot of damage here. Unfortunately, underneath the tower... Yeah, there's the glyph. Sladen, yeah, they need to keep this card alive. They know that this is a really nice opportunity for them, and if they realize how many heroes are top, Kataro needs the pull. They need to get the connect, but I don't know if they go any further. Uh-oh.
Cat-Yu's in for the stun. Vitaly's going to get locked down. They throw a Hex out onto Analog. They're going to just suck away as much of his mana as they possibly can as Vitaly falls, and yeah, Analog just has to try and get away. Sladen, though, he's there! He jumps in, he gets the point-blank arrow to cancel that TP. Analog used all of his mana to try and get out. Cat-Yu says, well, give me a stack on the Finger of Death.
50 ward that Hokori had placed, they should be able to back out here. It's just smoke on smoke on smoke, and Gardic, hook.
Okay. He'll hook his way in. Arrow's going to be used defensively, but now Analog and Yuma know, yeah, they've got the green light. They're going to push in, but on the back line, Draken, that's a nice arena, but they need the damage. Sebas is coming in. Katara will arrive as well, and now they're going to start to turn this fight. Ghost Ship coming in. They're looking for the X-play onto Analog. Doesn't hit onto him. It does hit Vitali, but the timing's so off here. Draken's already been taken down. Sebas is pretty low as well. He's sitting on a wand, though, so he might be able to just heal up and survive, but Vitali's just going to go straight in onto him. Blink Burrow keeps him locked down. Sebas will die. Can they get Sladen too? They can cancel his TP. He does have one leap charge that he's going to try to hold for as long as he can, and
On the Storm, now he gets to play full confidence. I feel like we're going to see a smoke up in a sec here. And now they would love to find Draken or Catyu. They find those lockdown initiators at the beginning of the fight, and Draken in the mid lane. Oh boy.
oh, he's going to blink in. There's the epicenter. They're just going to blow the Mars up immediately, and well,
Quite the nice prize here with the haste rune. He could really get in and get out, but El Misho, this is another nice ward.
oh, okay. Poor Steph was a nice attempt, but not enough to keep him alive. They find the kill. Analog, though, was pushing out in the bottom lane. Storm Spirit, not a sort of prolific tower taker, but
The only issue as I'm looking across these heroes, though, is your BKB is going to be done on Vitali. Your Scotty just finished up on the Morphling as they go in, and they're going to find Draken. And now your Mars is dead. The Roche certainly healed up another maybe 1,000 HP, but they're going to go back. Analog's going to TP home. You have that recall from the Spirit form, so the Storm is not going to be
a target for them to jump in on, but they will still find a target. Catyu, a little bit too far forward. They take him down, and well, Osmium are starting to lose their grasp, their control over this area. Roshan's still sitting at about half of its HP, so Warrior going to try and get in here and finish it, and unless Sladen's got some sort of miracle steel play in him for this, but they feel like that's going to be maybe a little bit too greedy at the moment. Back themselves away, but as they back away, Osmium are starting to leave the base, so competing smokes. We'll see who runs into whom here, as Gardic is just going to use that jetpack to push his way forward, and they got in onto Sebas. Draken missing entirely with that spear. Sebas is in some serious trouble. He's trying to fall back. He's going to use the boat defensively, and it looks like it is going to be enough to get him away. The problem is his teammates are still stuck in it. Catyu's already been taken down. Draken is using his arena, but they could still chase after him. He's able to... I don't know at this point. If you're Osmium... Oh, never mind. I'll shut up because we have a fight breaking out. Catyu's going to get jumped in on, and okay, that's not much of a fight after all. That's just a slaughter. As Catyu gets annihilated. That's a nifty little boat play from Sebas, but they need damage, and okay, Kataro's in there. Gardic gets taken down, buys back immediately. Draken now comes in, drops the arena, but with those BKBs, the spear really just can't connect. There's no one to actually hit with that many BKB targets, but Kataro got a snipe, but Gardic's right back in. Remember me, he's in there for the second round. They're going to get the Vortex down onto 2. Haven't finished anyone off just yet, but look at Sebas. He's in some trouble. Down to a third of his HP. Sladen, though, does fall. With the spider legs, I do believe the Kunk is going to make it out. Maybe not. Analog zipping forward, looking for the Vortex. Pulls Draken in. Not going to get Sebas with the initial pull, but Yuma's there to clean up. They'll take Sebas down. Draken is slowed by the bind, but they don't want to...
But without a Blink Dagger, even if he puts an illusion in to check to see if it's up, and I do like this. He's doing the same play before where he's baiting, saying that I am an illusion rune, I am not a real hero. So he's going to be able to walk up with the dodge and a Regent rune from the Storm. Oh no. Oh.
That is so unfortunate for Osmium, as Katara will be taken down. Elmisho, okay, he'll be sacrificed, but now, yeah, they're going to go in on to that Mirana. They lock her down, they find the kill. Yuma's going to be able to pick up both, and
here, you do not want to sag yourselves right now. And Catyu, well, that's a Lotus Orb.
Well,
that's a dead.
Catyu will survive for maybe an extra second or two, I suppose, but Analog should still be able to finish him off. It's Yuma, actually, who gets it, but either way, they'll push their way forward. Analog getting in onto Draken, pulls him back with a Vortex. They find that second kill. Buybacks are not in a fantastic spot right now for Osmium. You do have one up on Catyu. There's one on the CK as well, but with 15 seconds on his death timer, he is not going to be committing it, so they have to try and buy time with the Glyph. Works to a certain extent. Scepter, so he doesn't really care. He just continues to zip in and out. The X is going to pull him back. Katara will try to go for this kill, and, well, they do have it. Kataro's got so much damage to deploy there when he is able to get onto that singular target, and now they want more. They got the arrow onto the Morphling, but Vitali's going to come in, gets the Burrow Strike, going to channel out the Epicenter as well. Yuma pushes forward with the Waveform. Katara gets taken down, and this is starting to fall apart. Well, they killed Vitali with the Finger of Death, I suppose, but they're just losing literally everyone else, and I don't know how much there's left to fight with. Sebas is going to pop the buyback, though, so they're not giving up just yet.
At least lose 2 racks here, and mid lane, perfect. A read onto 2. They need to finish these kills off,
Oh, look
though.
at Vitali, though. He's in with the burrow onto 2, buys the time for Yuma, and this fight is over. Draken is dead. Sebas will go down as well. You've got Sladen out here in a 1v1 with Gardic, but the results of this fight will not matter. Gardic will win it, though, just in case you cared, but that's it, really. I mean, that has to be the end of it. They'll lose the bottom lane of Rax, and Yuma just is going to start going for the tier 4s. Sladen's buyback is there, but there's not enough that this Mirana can do alone to save the game.
I'll go for the leave immediately. They don't get to test the waters at all, but it's really just that burrow strike from Vitali kind of ruining the game here, as Catyu is dead. Goodbye, Catyu. And so is the Ancient.
Oh, Catyu just gets blown to hell, and yeah, that's it. The GG called. The Ancient was going down either way, though, so Hokori, well, they bounce.
Right. Trinkets.